Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of your favorite talk show, Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no such thing called as enough practice. Dar al-Ma'rifa is a Cambridge English Authorized Exam Center, and its sister company, Alif Education, is here to prepare students of all ages. With us in the studio is Ali Hamid al-Sayrafi, representing Dar al-Ma'rifa and Alif Education. Well, good evening. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Oh, definitely. You had a very long day today, huh?
Didn't we all?
I can tell, definitely. But you know, the moment I heard Dar al-Ma'rifa, I'm like, wait, the Dar al-Ma'rifa?
Yes, the Dar al-Ma'rifa. We started and established in 1994, so we've been around for 26 years.
Wow. You've seen a lot of changes, transitions, different kind of students.
True.
Wow. So how do you feel right now? Like, you know, how did it change from when you started up until now?
Well, a lot of things have changed. One of the things that I've recently added on is basically we're the first Bahraini authorized Cambridge examination center now. And we're fully Cambridge adopted, which makes us stand out from the rest of the crowd.
Right.
In that sense. So that means that all your preparation material, your placement tests are all Cambridge authorized and official.
More work.
More work, but the good thing is the students actually end up getting an actual really nice certificate from Cambridge itself for their language learning.
Definitely. I mean, I still remember like both of my sisters and my brother. I did not have the honors to pass by, and hopefully my kids would actually pass by and take a course with Dar al-Ma'rifa, because we're talking about a legacy here.
Yes,
you know,
we do see a lot of our alumni actually out there nowadays, and it's really nice to see how English has actually helped them.
Oh, surely. Not only English, but even doing Alif Education, the Arabic courses.
Alif Education is actually a new initiative started this year.
Okay.
But this was because we try to keep an eye on the market and the language trends, really.
Okay.
So you've probably noticed yourself that historically, English has been the L2.
True.
Right? Nowadays, it seems to be more of an L1 for some of the kids.
Very interesting. I mean, you actually hit a very good point. I mean, I would say back in my times, from the 80s up to 2000s, like, you know, the beginning of the 2000s, English has been predominantly the language to actually go for and all of that.
And learn.
But now, things are like, there are like more opportunities. You know, there's more going on with the YouTube and social media and the channels.
Yes.
The culture of Arabic is hitting back and strong. You know, like one of the things that not only me but other people as well struggle with, they say, now we want to learn Arabic, but the right way. We want to relearn it altogether because there's a market for it. Tell us more about that.
So we have a program called Tanween at Alif Education, and it focuses on the reading skills for young learners. So we're talking about pre-primary, primary school age kids, because that's your formative years for language learning. And we focus on mainly the reading skills for the kids. Of course, we try to get to know the children before, so they go through an assessment. We get to know where their issues are, and if they have any struggles with the language and the language learning process. And we take that into consideration so it doesn't hinder their learning of the Arabic language. And of course, we try to be relatable, interesting for them, because that's the only way you can get a child to actually pick up another language, if it's actually interesting for them.
Oh wow, that is a key word right now, interest.
Yes, because they're easily distracted anyway.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot going on right now.
There is a lot.
So it's hard to get them to be constantly engaged.
So do you have different methods of teaching today than you used to have like years ago?
Always. We try to provide our kids like we were Data Marifa, for example, is one of the first centers to actually start off with Microsoft Office for their kids, for the students. And I think that started around 2015. We've taken that learning process and actually adopted it with Elif as well. So we try to be ahead of the game, provide the kids with Office Education 365, provide them with all the classroom tools that they would need.
Oh, wow.
They actually get Minecraft education.
Minecraft, my daughter will just love every bit of this.
Yes. So we actually included that as well. And that's one of the things that we're looking for in the future to actually start off.
Amazing,
yes, it is fun.
I mean, like I used to pretty much be pretty active in the gaming industry, right? And then when Microsoft introduced Minecraft education, I'm like, what is that? But then seeing my daughter, how she is so involved in building and putting things together and, you know, critical thinking. It's like, how is that pretty much?
That's your 21st century skills, right? Right there.
Wow.
So it's not just your language that they're getting. We actually try to develop their 21st century skills. So you're looking at critical thinking, you're looking at creativity, you're looking at technological literacy.
Right.
And that's the way to go right now for the future. So you need languages and you need that little extra.
Very interesting. Have it all been like, I would say there is the excitement factor to it, but does it come with a challenge? Like, you know, all of a sudden you've been going through a certain structure and now you have to reinvent and reintroduce and relearn things to actually introduce a new package to teach.
You do have to be innovative and creative as well, especially in the field of education. And you know that most of the kids come in with, not all of them are wanting. It's the parents that push their kids. Right.
As always.
So you always need to work around that because you want to make parents' life easier and smoother, and then help the kids actually learn and develop and actually enjoy. So it's always a constant wheel of just developing new things, and that's what we're planning for the future as well, is to introduce more design and technology.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow, very interesting.
It is actually.
I mean, so right now, one of the things I've been seeing as well with the kids and how they get to learn besides watching YouTube and all that, it's that they get to build their own games and they design it with game engines and like Game Salad, they're using it right now. So it's so interesting to see that you actually adapted that technology. So wow.
Yeah, and now like Minecraft is an amazing tool to actually learn anything. If you just know how to maneuver it and deal with it, it's a game changer.
Definitely, definitely. How has been the reception so far with, you know, their methodologies?
It's amazing. It's amazing how like the children are very receptive. Our students are enjoying it. They have so much fun. We try to keep them engaged and provide them actually with some work to do as well in the process.
Build a house.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Well, with all that being said, it's just an exciting thing right now what's happening with the Dal Marifa and Elif education. Now, any future plans maybe pretty much coming ahead?
We've got one of the initiatives we have for the coming year is teacher development.
Okay.
Because that is also one of our key things that we're putting forward. So we actually help train the teachers as well, other teachers.
Oh, wow.
And because we are Cambridge certified for that, and we can actually provide that. So you have the CELT P, CELT S as well. And other things that we plan to do are more into technology as well, and, as I told you before, and development. So it'll be fun.
How can we sign up?
You go to our Instagram account.
Let's go.
And you go to the bio, and there's a link over there. So we would actually contact you and then set up an assessment for your child or for any siblings you've got, the siblings you've got.
Maybe
adults
myself,
as well.
You know, you never
exactly.
know.
We've got for kids and adults as well. So it's all there for you.
I would love to have my daughter and myself like a daddy and daughter time, and we both do Minecraft education. I mean, you got my attention right there. It's like, oh my God, we got to do it together, because she's trying to teach me. I'm at this point, I'm like, with all the gaming I've been doing in my life and all the hours I'm putting in, how
light years ahead of you.
She is galaxies ahead of me at this point. I'm like, how am I not figuring this out?
Yeah.
So I guess it's going to be very beneficial actually to the whole thing with the Arabic courses and all of that. I think is very essential today because, like you said, the market is really changing on a radical pace.
It is, and we need to catch them early, the young learners, especially the young learners.
Definitely. Well, any last words to your viewers?
Well, join us, subscribe.
Let's go. Let's go.
On you've got Dar Al Marifa's account
Right.
and Alif Education, and contact us. And we're always on the gram anyway, so we're always more than happy to chat for anything that you guys need.
Great. Well, it's been a pleasure and exciting time with you talking about the future and when it comes to education right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you for having us.
It's a pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Dar Al Marifa and Alif Education out there to give you education in a very innovative way. All that took place in an interview right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, we love supporting our local talents with their creative initiatives. Risha is a sustainable and fashionable clothing brand that is here to provide quality tees suitable for our daily usage. With us here tonight is Mr. Abdullah Zadeh. Well, good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Thank you for having me, Bara.
Oh, definitely. It is a pleasure.
Pleasure.
So I said teas, right? It's like when I've been reading the script, it said teas. I'm like, teas? Are we talking about TT or what kind of teas here?
We're talking about T-shirts.
T-shirts, of course, of course.
This actually was part of our teasers that we started before we launched the product.
Okay.
So we had posts on Instagram to ask people to guess what's inside the jar.
Okay.
Many people also thought that we will be selling teas because we did not show what's inside the jar.
Okay.
So it was misleading, which also served us well.
Nice, nice. But it's not a tea, it's Risha.
It is Risha. We call this Risha because that's how we will feel wearing them.
Okay.
The material that we made the t-shirts of are very light and comfortable, so they kind of are fitting for our weather. It's almost for
Yes.
all weathers, but it will definitely work for ours. And the purpose of the name Risha is to know or to describe how would it feel while wearing it.
I love that, you know, as light as a Risha.
Exactly.
Love that.
Exactly.
Love that. So have you always been into fashion? Like, you know, you always liked fabric and clothing, or is something you just developed an interest for?
Not really. I wouldn't call myself like into fashion, but I've always been a guy who prefers basic plain t-shirts over the ones that have text and printings on them. So I've always thought that there is a room to upgrade the basic t-shirts, the plain ones that we keep wearing.
Right.
I felt like there is a room to upgrade what we had access to, and you know how I think everyone does this, but I think everyone has this list of business ideas.
Right.
Like a zillion business idea that you want to start with, and having something in that industry was definitely on my list.
Wow.
Yeah, so the idea kept ringing on my mind, and I could not take it off.
Okay.
So I ended up working on that, and after a year of research, I asked myself how I'm not going to just produce something that is basic and available already in the market. I had to bring it up to the next level.
Wow.
So a year later of research, we used the best materials, best stitching, we took care of every single detail, and the fruit, proudly I can say, the fruit of it was Risha.
It's beautiful. I mean, the idea itself, because again, we're like in this market where you have your foreign, regional, your international brands all competing in one market, and you're coming in, it's like, what am I going to provide with? T-shirts have been there for like a gazillion years, and now you're coming in and you took your time to study the market from fabric to stitching.
Yep.
I can only imagine the process you have to go through.
Yeah, well, actually, it involved, I think I started back in July 2020,
Okay.
or maybe August even 2020.
And you had no background before about fabric?
No, not really.
Really? You
Yep.
just started like from scratch?
Nope. And I was going to use just a regular cotton.
Okay.
And then I asked myself, how can I improve it further? So I kept
Right.
doing my research, and until I found Pima cotton, which is the cotton that I'm using.
Okay.
And the special thing about Pima is that it is kind of a unique material that is very rare. It represents 3% only of the global production, and it's not available everywhere.
Did you say 3%
Yep.
of the global production
Yep, 3 to 5%.
uses Pima cotton?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
It is a very rare material. You can't find it everywhere. It is hard to get, even with the partners that I deal with.
Yeah.
For me to have my product, I have to get online because there are other brands from Europe that are ahead of me.
No
So,
way.
And I mean, you can find it definitely in Asian countries,
Right.
but we really emphasized on the quality, and we had to get the best out there in the market, and we tried so many samples. We got India, China, and all these countries from even Pakistan. We tried these materials and we compared them to the ones from Peru, which is what we're getting now, and it turned out
Peru.
the best. Yep, Peru.
You've been around the world for this.
I've been also all around Manama trying
Okay.
to find the material, and I wasn't lucky. At the start, I thought I would be able to find it, but I
Right, you would
didn't.
think so, right? But
Yeah.
then you'd be surprised. I'm like, this is harder than I thought.
Exactly. The more research I've done, the more I've realized that it is very difficult to get. But I
Interesting.
was willing to take the challenge. So
For a person who never, let's say, had a background in fabric or fashion or a t-shirt production altogether, by any chance, is your family into tailoring?
no one.
So we're talking about a complete scratch from zero.
Yep.
What kept you going all the way till the end? You know, because a lot of people like face some challenges and obstacles. I'm like, it's not meant to be. But you kept going all the way till the end. What was that thing that kept you, pushing for it?
Well, actually, I still do pushing for it because I think it solves a problem that I'm facing. I wouldn't say I'm not satisfied, but I don't think the quality that we have access to in the market is high enough, especially during summer. So the material that we're using is solving this issue.
Okay.
It actually feels like a Risha during summer.
Wow.
And that's why I've worn it enough times to be enough confident of what we're providing.
Oh.
I think I've worn it for 10 times at least.
10 times?
I've been wearing it since last December, I think. Yeah, last December. So I don't know how much, that's 11 months.
Give or take.
Yeah, so I've tried a few samples of the same material. I've given away t-shirts to my friends to try
Okay.
them for honest criticism and feedback.
Right.
And that's the result. People liked it actually, and
Okay.
people who are getting the product now are very happy about it, and they do actually agree with what we promote and talk about.
Do you have a double XL?
Soon we'll have.
I'll lose weight. No, I'll lose weight. That's it. You don't have to. You don't have to.
You actually might not need to, because even though we're doing what we're providing is 100% Pima cotton, like there is no elastic or any material that helps the material to stretch the fabric further.
Okay.
But naturally, the material itself has a natural characteristics that it helps it to be stretchable to some extent.
Okay.
So many people find it comfortable. So that's a plus for us.
Oh, I need to try it. It was so interesting for you to tell me that it feels different to wear Risha.
Yeah.
Like, do we feel more comfortable, lighter, more positive?
Well, the whole point of the material itself is that it feels soft. actually they call it silk of cotton.
Silk of cotton.
Because
That's very
you can feel one if you wish.
I would love to, definitely.
It does feel soft. And
it does, actually, yeah.
Exactly. And when
Wow.
you do wear it, you will feel very comfortable because of the breathability the fabric has, which helps during summer. It's definitely a plus during summer, for, especially the lightweight that it has.
This is too good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not kidding here. Not because it's on the show, but this is actually too soft. I mean,
Thank you.
I feel like I want to sleep right now.
Actually, that's one of the comments that we got from one of our friends and customers. She said, "Can I turn it to a pillow?"
Can I turn it into a pillow?
Can I turn it into a pillow? Yeah.
I would do the same. Can we? It's called Risha.
Well, be my guest.
Oh, okay.
I've actually when I kept trying it and I used it to run. I wore it for a jog. I actually tried it even during my naps, and I even slept one night wearing it.
Yeah.
I've done all the trials that you can think of.
And you woke up fresh?
Yep. Because you literally feel that you're not wearing anything on top of you, so it feels
Like
super light. That's the special thing about it.
We will put that into the test tonight.
Please do. Please do.
Definitely. So apparently, like, you know, the word sustainable, how is that part of your product?
Well, the whole thing started from because it's part of my personal values as well.
Right.
So I took that and I applied it to the project that I was working on, and I think that people are becoming now more aware about sustainability, whether it was the customer or the brands or businesses themselves. So what we wanted to do is that we thought that we have to be the start at the start of implementing this idea of being sustainable. So we used eco-friendly methods in the production, dyeing the product. We kind of made sure that we don't harm the environment while doing so, and we applied it also even in our packaging. That's why we used glass jars.
Wow.
And the whole point of them is that for customers, because by the way, we're zero plastic, we're plastic free. We don't have any plastic in our production or any final product. So the whole point of the glass jars is that instead of having your t-shirt in a plastic bag and in a second plastic bag, and later on you'll end up throwing them away, you can basically use the glass jar to recycle it later on. And that's the whole purpose of it, to encourage people to recycle.
You know, sir, honestly, it's projects like yours makes me feel that Bahrain is heading into a really bright future.
Inshallah.
Like seriously, because you know, we've been meeting a lot of people here and we introduced a lot of projects, and seeing your project as well, we know we have like a variety of I would say ideas and stuff, and now having a t-shirt production happening here in Bahrain like Risha is such a pride to actually hold on to, and saying thank you for making this happen.
Thank you.
Now you've been through a lot, you've done a lot. With all that being said, any last words to your viewers? And your future, of course. I'd like to hear about your future.
Future of Risha. Future of Risha is definitely, inshallah, brightful and colorful. We're going to introduce new colors in our line. And we're actually working on, because we got requests for different fits. What we are offering now is the comfy fit.
Comfy fit. I like the comfy fit.
And what people have been asking, because it happened that the trend of oversized t-shirt became a thing after we finished our production.
I should know.
So we've got lots of requests to start production on or to provide t-shirts with oversized fit and slim fit as well. Sorry. So that's the plan. We are planning in the future, inshallah, in the near future, to introduce new colors, new sizes, and new fits.
Okay, looking forward to that, you know, to the variety of sizes and colors. And any last words to your viewers?
I think people are not aware of how important it is to have a good quality garment on you. and you will not realize that until you try Risha. So be my guest and try Risha.
We will try Risha for reals, definitely.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having a beautiful Risha talk right here on
you.
Bahrain Now. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very creative and a very comfy as a Risha project, all that took place right here on an interview here on Bahrain Now. And now for something a little different. Let's take a look at what's happening around Bahrain in the following report.
From Spain to Bahrain, Spanish pianist, singer, and flamenco composer Laura de Los Angeles performed an exceptional show on the stage of the Cultural Hall at the Bahrain International Music Festival.
Tonight, I prefer to see this music festival for flamenco because, for more than 10 years I visit Spain and I attend flamenco and I like it.
Yes, this is very good festival for the music. I expect to see an attractive music for Spanish music. By the way, I like the Spanish music very much. I was living in Barcelona before, and I have a good background for the flamenco, and I like the Spanish music also.
For me, I'm really excited to see this show because my family is from Spain, so basically it's celebrating my culture. So I'm super happy to be here.
Well, I heard about this event a couple of days ago, so I was really excited. I couldn't make it yesterday, so thank God I got and catched up.
I think the music is the food for the life, the source for the life. It increases our soul to live attractive life.
I'm super happy that seriously Bahrain it's bringing people from all over the world so we can see different cultures. So I'm super happy about it.
An unforgettable performance that left the audience astonished. Reporting for Bahrain International, I'm Mariam Al-Bayati. Thank you for watching.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of you watching us at home right now, and a huge thanks to all our guests who were joining us here tonight. Of course, don't forget to join us on our social media accounts and pretty much give us all your thoughts and inquiries. We love hearing from you. Till next time, Bahrain, this was Bara Abdallah. Good night and God bless.